After that fight, you were set to fight Michael Bisping, and he pulled out because of his eye. Lyoto Machida stepped in. The narrative going into that fight, you guys were training partners, you guys were friends. Did that play with your head a bit entering the fight and in the fight going against Machida?
It was it was it yeah, man, it was tough for me. Because we had, we're training at Kings together. Um, we trained at the Gracie Academy together with Hiron and Henry Gracie, and I was supposed to fight Michael Bisping, and I was like, I was feeling really good for that fight, um, and then Lyoto, he can't speak that good English, so he had Hiron called me, and Hiron called me and said, hey, uh, they called Lyoto and they said that Michael Bisping pulled out and they want you to fight him. They want him to fight you, and I'm like, what? That's crazy. It's like it's like 2 weeks or like a week and a half notice, I think. And I'm like, whoa, dude, that sucks, man. And did Lyoto say no? you know? And he goes, well, that's what's wrong because he he can't say no because he denied a fight before this, and he's on a four-fight contract and has one more left, and so he can't deny this fight. And I go, okay, well, if they call me, I'll just deny the fight. And so that's what happened, and they called me up, and then uh, they had said, uh, you, and I go, um, I think I can't. And I denied the fight, right? And they said, well, if you deny this fight, then you won't be able to fight for 6 months to a year. And I'm like, what? That's crazy, you know. And at that time, like I said, I'm trying to support my family and my gym, and I really needed that income, you know. And so I was like, oh man, that sucks, dude. So I need to fight. And I told Lyoto that, and he goes, yeah, I'm in the same boat. I was like, ah, dang. So, anyways, that happened, right? And then, uh, since we trained at the same gyms, the Gracie brothers end up splitting up. End up, you know, one ends up going in his corner, and then the other one goes in my corner. So Hiron goes in my, Henner goes in his corner, right? Which they know so much about me, and I know the grappling part because for me, like I had the distinct advantage in the grappling department with him, you know, and I felt really good if I got him on the ground, right? So so um, and then our striking coach, Master Rafael Cordiero, um, ends up coming up to me and says, "Hey, Mark, um, I'm gonna go in Lyoto's corner for this fight," and and I've been with Master Rafael for 4 years. And Lyoto just started training with him, I think, that year. And I'm like, Master, like, how are you going to be in his corner? Like, I'm, I've been with you the longest. If two guys were fighting, then, you shouldn't be in anybody's corner. So, and Master Alfiel knows everything about me, you know, in the striking department. So I was like, oh, man. So that threw me for a loop. So, so yeah, going into that fight, it was tough mentally for me. Um, and we were still friends, and we said, you know what, after the fight, well, the winner has to take the loser out to dinner. And he ended up kicking me. I ended up blocking it, but his foot ends up wrapping to the back of my head and ends up kind of, you know, disrupting my equilibrium, and I fall down. I saw him coming, But then he ends up stopping, and the referee jumps in and stopped the fight. And I was like, ah, dang it, you know. So, anyways, you know, yeah, that fight, yeah, that fight, man. I wish I could get that fight back, but nah, I wish I would have fought Michael Bisping. But then Michael Bisping ends up training with me, you know, um, which is crazy. And he's a good friend of mine. And Lyoto till this day is a good friend of mine too. So, but yeah, just fighting your friends is tough. You know, it's really tough. Um, and to answer your question, yeah, that it 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 threw threw me for a loop, and got to me mentally for sure.